Russia to help him facilitate this operation in Ukraine, that's a no-brainer. And by the way, this guy, Victor Bout, is going to be very loyal to the guy who brought him back home. And he also is going to be very pissed off and upset at America for putting him in jail on these terrorism charges. So bottom line is, he's going to be a threat in my view. This is my opinion from being the director of the Special Operations Division overseeing this operation and others. I just don't have a good feeling about it. So, and also for travelers around the world, American citizens, when you travel, be aware that these corrupt country leaders could capture any American and then hold you for hostage, just like the Russians did in this case. It was an intelligence operation to apprehend Brittany Griner. And by the way, I'm happy she's coming home. It's great for her and her family, but this is not a fair swap. We left a Marine behind, sitting in jail, who fought for the country. This is a joke, actually. But you know what?
All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations to your sincere Akim out there pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. I'm the brother Shaman of Great Millstone, Chicago. And as you can see, these people are gearing up for war. That masculine spirit is starting to go back across the earth. All right, now, you know, some places it never left, but you can see these other nations, man, they ain't playing. I think they were talking about with FIFA, which that's like a reflection of global politics. You know, all the countries come with their soccer team or whatever. But with the World Cup, they were talking about, you know, these last two cups basically in Qatar, and then the other one was in Russia, basically were manipulated. They were manipulated in order for them to be in those select locations. All right, and yeah, the other countries, man, they ready for war. This is Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. And that's what's coming. All right, warfare, soldiers. Right, you know, all these different fighters you notice, it's all you've been seeing. Russia, and from this place, Slovakia, and you know, even in basketball, you got this guy Jokic. All right, but it's another guy, Bojanovic. This nigga's cold too. Like, you just keep seeing, you know, Russia and all these people from Eastern Europe, all right, because they grow up different. They grow up in part of their training is in the martial arts. All right, you got this guy. He retired, but Klitschko and you know, Nurmagomedov, you know, all these guys, they come up training. All right, they come up training, and they're not with that alternative lifestyle. Well, they're still Esau, so a lot of them still do that shit behind the scenes, but they don't push that shit, you know, openly over in those countries, man. They don't do that like they do over here. All right, they have a more masculine spirit, and their blessing is the sword too. All right, and this guy who they traded fucking Brittany Griner for, her goofy ass. I can't even say what I want to say, but this guy was an arms dealer. He's serious. I think they said he had like 30 AKs. He said he had some missiles. He had a bunch of shit. Serious business. All right, serious business. All right, hey, that's why I said, woe to the bloody city. This place got to be destroyed because, hey, the prey departeth not. You niggas kept us here. We're subject to tickets, subject to all this bullshit. So it's about to be some warfare. The scriptures talk about that, man. Friend against friend, city against city, place against place. These other nations are thirsty to get over here. They're thirsty because America, what they say, neither he keep it at home. They got all these military bases here, and they've been sticking their nose in these other people's countries for the last hundreds of years since they've been in power. All right, these other nations, they marveled at the beast, who could make war with them. They really couldn't do shit. But now we're getting to that point where it talks about in Isaiah, as thou become as weak as us. All right, because they can see the weakness, man. They can see weak ass leaders. All right, Biden, man, is the one of the weakest they've ever had. At least George W. The little Arabic dude threw the shoe. He ducked that motherfucker. He has he has some moves with him. Biden, man, this man falling asleep, stumbling. He's shaking hands with people that ain't there. He ain't got it. All right, he ain't got it, man. The royal family, the queen just died. The royal family is looking shaky. All right, and that's why, again, the scriptures talk about in Revelation. It talks about that bear. All right, it talks about the lion, the dragon, all those different heads of where Esau was ruling. All right, but the bear, that's the feet of the bear. All right, that's Russia. All right, and the noise of the whip, the rattling of the wheels, all that's talking about those vehicles. All right, like you can hear it now. I'm in a truck yard. You can hear the truck in the background. In fact, yep, the noise of you can kind of hear the. Of course, it's not like the tank is, but you can kind of hear the same thing. All right, that bright sword, that glittering spirit, that's the artillery. That's what's gonna call the multitude of slain. All right, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, which that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. That's what you got over here, man. Hollywood and all this weird shit. And that magic is failing them. They're being uncovered. All right, because that was a big part of who they were. They've been able to operate in secret for all this time. And do all this weird shit. And then eventually maybe they'll put a hint in a movie, but now the shit is coming out in real life. People are finding evidence in real life. Right? The Balenciaga thing, the thing with Epstein and his involvement with the royal family, which is still a smear, And we already know what's gonna happen, man. Persecution is coming for Jake. All right, because they want to, they see that their house is falling. This is Revelation 12. Revelation 12 is talking about the Roman Empire, and the persecution against Israel. And it tells you in verse 6, and the woman fled into the wilderness where she had a place prepared of the Most High that they should feed her 1,203 score days, and there was war in heaven. That's not the part that I want, though, because the woman fled into the wilderness. All right, after she brought forth that man child, is talking about basically when Israel, talking about 70 A.D., right, where we fled into Africa, and we fled from the Romans. Like the Lord said, when you see, the abomination of desolation, flee. All right, that's what he's talking about. When they come and they destroy everything, get the fuck out of there. And a lot of our people stayed and fought and died. Fought with Esau too and died. All right, but the point is, This is what I want, verse 14. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times, and half a time for the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman. What does it say? That the enemy will come down like a flood, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened up her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahushua Mashiach. All right, and that also applies to now. All right, the dragon, America and its allies. This is the dragon reborn. All right, and the wrath, the remnant of her seed. We know the scriptures talk about a remnant will be saved. All right, they're pissed off to the highest level of pistivity. This word is going out. They're being revealed. The anti-Shem, that angle, that shit ain't working. All right, and those Russians, those Ukrainians, they run by Amalek as well. All right, Amalek is the chief house of all of them. A lot of those little, countries, this Achaia, that Achaia, what is it? Yugoslavia, all these different places. Anywhere where Esau is, guess what? The heads are there. All right, just like everywhere the southern kingdom is. We talked about those 3 stars, right, which the woman with the 12 stars represents the entirety of Israel. But then it talks about, what does it say? The 3 stars. Verse 4, his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven, and they cast them to the earth, and the woman stood before the right. So that's talking about the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, because the northern kingdom had left. All right, and one of the reasons why the southern kingdom, too, just a quick side note, is getting the hardest punishment, man. What does it say? The sin of Judah is written in the pen of iron. Right? The southern kingdom is responsible for the death of the Messiah. Right? It was a lot of, and that's who you primarily see when you hear a lot of these Negroes in Israel, talking shit and talking out of the side of their mouth about things that they don't know about. That's why the Lord is fucking up you niggas. All right, Bishop so-and-so, he was just in the hospital not too long ago, and y'all was, getting real weak. Oh, you guys, and then now he's out, and then y'all are right back to straight pride. All right, the Lord is gonna break that shit up, though. That's okay. All right, but back to this, and this is a damn shame, man, for the so-called the black community. Where's the accountability at? This dumb bitch went somewhere, and now she's being traded for an arms dealer who's gonna go back to Russia and hand them a couple of straps. So show them a couple of they got them containers, and they'll have this shit full of who knows what. All right, where's the outrage from the black community? Just goes to show you the nigga woman is fucking out of order worldwide, in a whole nother country doing dumb shit. And then she got traded. She was smiling. Yeah, I'm coming. Nah, man. All right, this is Sirach 42:11. Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemy. And when our enemies see this kind of shit, you best believe that everybody's fucking laughing. The Russians laughing their ass off. Look at this dumb bitch. Like the dude said in the news report. Americans should be on their toes. Yeah, nigga, this is war. Of course they're gonna catch you, you know, they're gonna catch you in well, you know, you commit, you know, and hold your ass and use you for leverage. Get him out of the federal. Here, he's in Guantanamo. Get him. It's war. All right, we've been blowing the trumpet. We've been trying to tell all of the quote-unquote sisters, all right, y'all, you still want to be proud? You still want to, okay, all right. We're going to see when these soldiers hit the ground, boots hit the ground, swords in their hand, we're going to see. All right, it's going to get real. Hey, it's going to be a lot of pick-me's out pursuing Isaiah 4:1. I'm going to finish this, though. All right, a laughing stock to thine enemies and a byword in the city and a reproach among the people and make thee ashamed before the multitude. So our people should really be ashamed of that shit, man. Like, look at this dumb bitch representing us. That's why it shouldn't be no fucking women's sports. All right, but once again, you know, we already know, you know, you, and that goes for you Latin tribes too, your women too, on a slightly smaller scale because they are more family oriented. The nigger woman and the spigger woman, I want to be out of order. You want to be worldwide. You know, being abroad, being seen, getting flew out to them Dubai and shit. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. What's the chick's name? What's her name? Like Juanita or something. She went to Mexico. You know, they had the little sodomite dude was recording her getting her ass beat, and they ended up killing her. All right, this is Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord my power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets, as the dirt. We always bring this scripture out. But it's really going to happen. Because it's really going to get tight out here. You're going to have a lot of people who, when they implement this mark, which a lot of people who, they don't even agree with our doctrine, that they know, but they know that that's the mark. All right, Hassan Campbell, whoever. I done met some Edomites. Oh, that's the mark. That's the mark of the, like, damn, how do you know? Knew it was the mark. People in Israel, no. You know, everybody's a fucking blowhard. You know, we're going to see. Okay. All right, but yeah, she's going to be trodden down as the mire in the street. A lot of you women are going to be used and abused and out here. Hurt through. All right, all of these apocalyptic movies, I notice a theme. I don't never, well, maybe they'll put, you know, like in Black Summer, they had the two white girls with the guns or whatever. All right, but realistically, you know, because that shit was, it was fabricated. It was, you know, scripted. But in all actuality, and when warfare hits the fan and all that shit, it's gonna get ugly. I ain't gonna be no Wonder Woman and all that shit. You're gonna need a hedge, man. You're gonna need that man who's as the gold wedge of Ophir. He's precious because he can keep his mind. He can control his composure. All right. Hey, the men of the Lord, guess what? We know the script. We know what's gonna happen. We understand it. We understand patience and waiting and keep a hold of your crown, calling on the name of the Heavenly Father and His Son, and receiving instruction. All right, we're, Lord willing, we be those men. All right, but we're gonna see, man. Hey, what can you niggas say? Internet, you know, here you got Jake on Jake killing each other. You got the youth fainting. You got the youth, these young dudes getting knocking each other off. All right, they go right around Esau, knock each other off. Boom. And you got our women, worldwide being whores, sluts, skanks. And the Lord the Lord is he's coming to correct his house. All right, the Lord is coming to correct his house. It says, what does it say? It's basically the elect is going to scarcely make it. What about everybody else? They ain't going to make it. Call all you now about Shema Shai.